The right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. Know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
For someone like me, vulnerability isn't second nature. It's uncomfortable, it's unfamiliar, and to be totally transparent.
Wait. You know I don't like this lady. Is this the lady that's wearing the mask? She's wearing a ski mask in the video. Oh, Lord. There are people out here like this. I don't want to demonize her, but my goodness, feels really dark to me. Andy, bring her back to the top, and let's listen very intently to what she's saying, because at least she's giving up game.
For someone like me, vulnerability isn't second nature. It's uncomfortable, it's unfamiliar, and to be totally transparent, it's extremely high risk. That's what it feels like the most. It feels extremely high risk. If you've ever felt safer keeping things to yourself or know someone that does, this video is for you. Family, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm Eleanor, and this is Dismissible Me, where I speak only about dismissive avoidant attachment from the perspective of someone with a dismissive avoidant attachment style. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know where you are watching from, and be sure to check out the playlist. Find me on Instagram, where I'm most active. All of my information is down below in the description box. And getting right into today's video, why vulnerability feels unsafe for me as someone with a dismissive avoidant attachment style. I have several reasons here, but the number one reason, and the thing that I'm going to start with first, is vulnerability feels like giving away control. Like on many different levels, it feels like I'm giving a lot of myself away. It feels like I'm doing too much too soon. It feels like I'm giving someone that I may not know, or I'm still on the fence about, not sure about the long-term future of something. And I'm giving them information that they could twist or use against me. You know, it just feels like a lot. So for me, that's the number one reason why I'm very slow to open up or to get close to someone, not just emotionally but like physically also. It's like it's just a lot. It's giving away a lot of power. It's giving away a lot of me to tell you about me or to get close to you in a particular way. So that's why it feels unsafe. And because I'm used to unsafe people or people who didn't know how to respect my boundaries or respect my information, or they just decided it was in their best interest to mishandle me, it doesn't feel safe to be vulnerable.
Man, get her out of here. I'm a human being. My spirit is calling me to empathize. My spirit is calling me to empathize. When we talk about any of the insecure attachment styles in the attachment theory system, John Bowlby, Mary Ainsworth et al., we know that the insecure styles of attachment are ways, we know that there are ways to manipulate, to get what they didn't get in childhood. We know that. So a part of me wants to empathize. Okay, you came from an environment that was the perfect storm for you to create dismissive avoidant attachment style. And for others, an anxious preoccupied attachment style. And for others, a fearful avoidant / disorganized attachment style. So part of me empathizes with the upbringing. Okay? But the way she talks so calmly about basically her manipulation of others, it's just so glib. It's so devoid of feeling. And I understand the avoidant types. There are two types. You have the fearful avoidant or disorganized. Typically, those children were raised in an environment where they came to fear the primary caregiver. The primary caregiver terrorized them in some way. And that is the place they went to go get love. So imagine having to approach the source of love in terror. That's fearful avoidant. The fearful avoidant is a combination of the anxious preoccupied, the worthiness wound folk, the people who are trying to perform and tap dance to get mom's attention, to get mom or dad to be emotionally attuned. But then there's the dismissive avoidant, one who prioritizes independence, one who had to learn how to self-soothe. Right? They may have had 2 parents in the household, but their emotional spectrum, the feeling across the board, only certain emotions were tolerated and accepted. They had to learn to suppress and repress their true expression. Right? These people can be something. Listen, I'm a human being. I'm a work in progress, man. I'm a work in progress. I don't want to judge. That topic this leads us to our topic. Again, the clinicians are stepping up. Yesterday's topic was given to me by a clinical psychologist. Right? Don't call it an L. It's an LL. A lesson learned or light leveraged. Tonight's topic was given to me by the same clinician, Dr. Stacy. And it's a doozy. And it fits the clip perfectly. The topic? Are you ready? Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Get to your phone lines. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. You're invited. Everyone across the nation, you are invited. You are welcome to come in and share your thoughts in this national discussion. Listen to this topic. It's quite amazing. Be where your feet are. An intriguing look at what it means to be present. Let me say it one more time. I can't be vulnerable. No, it's too much to lose. I'd lose control. That's manipulation. Controlling other people, right? I'm giving up too much of myself. I don't know. I don't think. Let me say the topic again. Be where your feet are. An intriguing look at what it means to be present. Let's get deep. The number to dial, 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. Get ready, get ready, get ready. You're listening to the Voice of Reason live on KBLA Talk 1580, live from the heart of Leimert Park, Little Africa town in Los Angeles. You know what it is. You know what it is. This is a national discussion right now because so many people play with relationships. Relationships is not the place to play. I learned it the hard way. Why? Because I was a player. I played the game. And typically, relationships are like Vegas. When you play and you stay too long in the play, the house always wins. Come on! 1-800-920-1580. What if presence isn't really peace? What if it's betrayal? What? That don't even make sense. What if presence isn't peace, but betrayal? For those forged in trauma, the now isn't a refuge, it's a battlefield where the nervous system, identity, and inherited survival contracts collide. The present moment exposes the absence of somatic safety, not its arrival. Here, mindfulness becomes performance, stillness becomes shutdown, and being here demands the surrender of the only self that ever kept you alive. True presence dismantles the persona, confronts inherited scripts, and serves loyalty to the suffering that made you lovable. I need you to hear that again. And it's not serves loyalty, it severs loyalty to the suffering that made you lovable. True presence dismantles the persona, confronts inherited scripts, and severs loyalty to the suffering that made you lovable. This isn't spiritual enlightenment. It's ego dismemberment, neurobiological resistance, and grief for the mask you mistake as you. You weren't avoiding presence. You were protecting the orphaned parts of you that new presence would mean their burial. The question is, can you stay away? Many of us will turn presence into freeze. Here, mindfulness becomes performance. Stillness becomes shutdown. Shutdown is freeze. You've heard of fight, flight, or freeze. Heavy stuff tonight. What if we got peace and stillness and all of that stuff wrong? What if we're using it wrong? It's not going to show up in our lives the way we want it to show up if we haven't done any work. So they become tools for escapism. The nervous system won't let you be here. When presence feels like a threat, as she stated in her, diatribe, vulnerability feels unsafe. Vulnerability is an extension of presence. Vulnerability is where you lay your wounds bare. To be vulnerable is to be objective. Krishnamurti called it choiceless awareness. The highest form of intelligence is to be able to observe without judgment. But when you've been molded into a monster who manipulates for supply, let me say it again, the nervous system won't let you be here when presence feels like a threat. Do you understand? We're going to explore how the body resists the now, how trauma locks perception into past threat cycles, and why presence is impossible without somatic safety. Is that your partner's responsibility or yours? The false self can't meditate. In other words, the false self can't be mindful. How performing calm is killing your presence. The false self can't meditate. How performing calm kills your presence. To be present is to be in the now, without the filter of the past, without your attachment style, right? Without your childhood trauma. The now is naked until you imprint it with that which hasn't been reconciled internally. When mindfulness becomes another mask, healing is delayed. Discover how the ego hijacks meditation as performance rather than surrender. What are we saying? Vulnerability is surrender. Presence is surrender. Too many people associate surrender with humiliation. Too many people associate humility with humiliation. 1-800-920-1580. A relationship can't work with someone else if you can't be present. I know people don't want to hear it put that way. Stillness as self-evasion. Stillness as self-avoidance. When silence is a trauma response. When we come forward, if you think you're right, I'm just getting started.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
1 2 1 2 1 2. You ready?
Somebody make some noise in this joint.
KBLA Talk 1580 celebrates its 4th anniversary this year on Juneteenth.
Here we go again.
Hard to believe 4 years has gone by so fast.
Oh my God.
But here we are, still standing, still loving and serving our people as best we can.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
To celebrate our 4th anniversary, we have 4 big events, and you're invited to all of them.
She got a lot to say. Let's do this.
Let's get it on.
On Wednesday, June 18th, we go live on C-SPAN for the 2nd consecutive year with our Climate Justice Plus Black Health Symposium. Tavis Smiley will moderate an all-star panel of thinkers and influencers as we continue our vitally important climate justice work.
Hey, Tavis Smiley, talk about.
On Thursday, June 19th, you're invited to join us as we celebrate Juneteenth and our 4th anniversary. There will be plenty of food, fun, great music, good vibes, and all of your favorite KBLA Talk 1580 hosts will be there.
Yeah, man.
Flip the beat. On Saturday, June 21st, there are two big events you're invited to attend.
I can't wait to hear it.
This year, KBLA Talk 1580 continues its annual partnership with the Empowerment Congress for a community celebration and dialogue to educate, engage, and empower. This year's theme is resilience in the face of chaos.
Can't wait to see what's up next.
Y'all ain't ready for this.
And new this year is our State of Black Women in Los Angeles Symposium, moderated by Dominique DePrima, with a luncheon to follow. Dominique will be leading a dialogue with some of the most impactful Black women leaders in Los Angeles, and you're invited to join.
This is it.
All of these events are free, but seating is limited, so you must register in advance at our KBLA1580.com website, where you can find all the details you need about each event.
Check it out.
It's our 4th anniversary, and we would love to celebrate it with you.
I love you guys so much. There's nothing you can do about it.
We're KBLA Talk 1580.
The only black talk radio station west of the Mississippi.
Thank you for having our black.
Happy anniversary, KBLA.
Love you. Love you.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewdd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
If anyone has ever practiced meditation, you sit still and you focus on one thing. When they say clear your mind, that's not true. You don't clear your mind, that's impossible. But you do focus on one thing. It could be your breath, it could be your mantra, it could be a dot on the wall, it could be a sound, it doesn't matter. The point is you focus on one thing. And when you get distracted or you have another thought, like, ooh, did I leave the oven on? What you do is you label that a thought and you push it out of your mind and you say, I'll deal with that later. And you go back to focusing on the one thing. And there are tremendous benefits to the self of being present and calm and clear-headed by practicing meditation. But that is not the sole purpose of meditation. The reason you practice meditation is so that when you're sitting with a friend and they're telling you about their good day or their bad day, you are focused on one thing and one thing only, what they're telling you.
I don't know who I'm talking to. Presence is equivalent to psychological nudity. You can't be vulnerable unless you're nude. To expose your wound to another is vulnerability. Let me say it again. You can't be present unless you're psychologically nude. Right? Back to Krishnamurti. The highest form of intelligence is to be able to observe without judgment. Many of us will judge others, right, by way of what we've been through and what we think we've overcome. So a lot of times it is our wounds with the black robe and the gavel judging others. No, your wounds are not in the position to be elevated to justice. Do you see? Stillness as avoidance. He's saying you can't meditate with this filter. Do you see? Or looking through this filter. You can't meditate with the past constantly creeping in, assessing, categorizing, labeling, evaluating. So many of us are afraid to be vulnerable. Many of us are afraid of affection. Many of us are afraid of love. Many of us are afraid of kindness. And I mean true kindness. Kindness, what do you mean you don't want anything? The great Krishnamurti said it this way: I love you and I don't want a thing. Who was the last person you met that was like that? The expectations are all of their wants. The expectations are usually unrealistic because they're co-authored by whom? Unrequited wounds. Stillness is really freeze. You're just using spiritual terminology. When you're threatened, you can flee, you can fight, or you can freeze. Tonight's topic, what is it? What is tonight's topic? Be where your feet are. Many of us are not where our feet are. We're not where we're standing. So how can we stand on it? Oof. I don't know who I'm talking to tonight. Do you see? Stillness, right? Stillness as avoidance. When silence is a trauma response. Stillness isn't always healing. Sometimes it's a defense mechanism dressed up as peace. I done told you there's a difference between peace and quiet. Learn how emotional disassociation hides beneath spiritual quiet. When I come forward, I'm going to tell you, you're not where you're standing. Tonight's topic, be where you are.
I can tell you, baby, if you left, I could not bear. I can tell you, please don't share.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. A body believed to be a young black child, 2-year-old Montrell Williams, was found in the East River in New York near the Whitestone Bridge. His father, now a person of interest, refused to say where the boy was and is being held without bail.
This was a troubling series of events.
Black New York City Mayor Eric Adams has weighed in as the NYPD and family had searched for days. Black U.S. Rep. LaMonica McIver has been federally indicted for allegedly assaulting officers during an incident at a Newark ICE detention center. She's accused of interfering as agents tried to arrest Black Mayor Ras Baraka. And survivors of the deadly Sapelo Island dock collapse in Georgia are suing the company that built it. 7 people died and nearly 40 fell into the water during a Gullah Geechee celebration last October. Black civil rights attorney Ben Crump is representing several victims' families. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Is your concrete cracking? Is your uneven walkway dangerous? Do you need to level that concrete porch or patio? Contact Groundworks, the concrete lifting experts. Riverside, get your free inspection today. Learn more at groundworks.com.
At the tone, please record your message.
You ready? Drop it! Mr. Tavis Smiley, preach it. Thank you, man. Politics in this country is crazy. You put things in perspective that even I didn't. The right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. Know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to self-care and community well-being. Walk Good LA was formed in June 2020, inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and the beginning stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. What began as a few minutes of breath work and yoga meditation before protests against police brutality turned into a safe space for the community to heal in hard times. The immensely positive response from the community transformed the momentum into a movement. Today, Walk Good LA is a black and brown-led community wellness organization based in Los Angeles. They provide spaces for healing through community yoga classes, guided meditations, hikes, run clubs, and other activations throughout Los Angeles that attract hundreds of members weekly. With the help of Propel and Michael B. Jordan, they now have a yoga and wellness studio in Los Angeles called the Walk Good Yard. To join their mailing list and connect with healing spaces, please visit walkgoodla.org. That's walkgoodla.org. Or find them on Instagram at walkgoodla. This is a community call to action, a community call to healing from KBLA Talk 1580.
Catch Prep is now enrolling for summer credit recovery in fall 2025. As South Los Angeles' top-performing high school in English, math, and college access, Catch Prep is welcoming all 9th through 12th graders to enroll now. Catch Prep offers a small, supportive, and safe learning environment to help all students succeed, so that all students feel valued, respected, and motivated to reach their full potential. For the past 20 years, Catch Prep has helped more students of color gain admission to top-tier universities, with our graduating seniors earning a total of $3 million in scholarships, more than any other school in Los Angeles. We are dedicated to helping all students turn your college dreams into reality. Catch Prep is now enrolling. Visit us online at catchhighschool.com or call 323-293-3917. Spaces limited. Please enroll now for summer credit recovery and fall 2025. Call 323-293-3917 or enroll today at catchhighschool.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., the Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio that's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
You can't live at all unless you can live fully now. And because now is never satisfactory, because we're never really living in it, we get more and more avid to go ahead and pursue the future. We develop our technology to a fantastic ability where we can more and more fulfill our desires for the future almost immediately, working towards a sort of push-button world. But have you ever stopped to think what the world would be like if you could fulfill every wish the moment you wished it? Suppose, for example, on going to bed at night, you could always dream whatever you wanted to dream. What would happen?
Man, come on, Alan Watts. With the popcorn in the background, sound like an old 45 record. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The voice of reason is on complete fire. The now has been misused. Do you understand? Now is a clean slate. The future is a pipe dream, and the past is a prison. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. Tonight's topic hits so hard because so many of us don't understand that all of these concepts, presence, vulnerability, individuation, all of these concepts tie into one thing. If you haven't reconciled the past, you contaminate the present. You miss the infinite gift of the now, hoping for a better tomorrow. Listen, you determine if tomorrow's going to be better if you commit to being better. How many of you been in a relationship and on the surface you look content, you look happy, you look like everything is cool, but you're secretly and silently wishing for more? In order to have what you desire, you must first learn to want what you already have. So many of us can find something wrong with what we have and forecast to the future for a better version of what we have. In order to have what you want, you must first learn to want what you already have. Be where your feet are. An intriguing look at what it means to be present. Let me say it again. Be where your feet are. So many of us are so captivated by doing, improving, changing, growing, expanding, that we forget where we are. Where you are is a blessing. How do you marginalize the blessing? By not being grateful for where you are currently, right? Can you be present with the parts of you've buried? Let me say it again. Can you be present with the parts of you've buried? To be here and now is to grieve the versions of you that you abandoned for love, for survival, and validation. Presence is integration, not escape. Did you hear me frame it up earlier? I said presence and individuation and vulnerability are synonymous. Can you be present with the parts of you that you've buried, that you've suppressed into the shadow locker? Let's call it the hurt locker. To be here in the here and now is to grieve the versions of you that you've abandoned for love, survival, and validation. Presence is integration, not escape. Do you understand? Hyper-attunement is not love. I got to protect my peace. Let me tell you something. Peace don't need a damn bodyguard. Real peace don't need protection. Huh? Real peace travels to calamity and is unshaken. I know y'all, nobody told you that. Hyper-attunement is not love. When your presence is just a survival strategy, you're not present. You know what you're doing? You're probing. You're observing. You're slight collecting. You're looking for them to let you down. It's too good to be true. I know you ain't never heard it put that way. Codependent empathy often masquerades as presence. But if you're attuning to avoid abandonment, you're not present. You're performing safety. I'm going to keep hitting you upside your dome piece on your way home from Jones Beach with these concepts. Maybe you didn't know you were doing it. Maybe you didn't know it was being done to you. But I'm giving you the words here. Codependent empathy often masquerades as presence. But if you're attuning to avoid abandonment or to secure supply or to secure resources, performative empathy yet again, codependent empathy, ain't gonna get no better than this. This is the best I could do at this stage. Codependency in presence, hypervigilance in relationships, emotional attunement, trauma, survival empathy. Let me empathize before they leave. Let me show some fake understanding. That's not presence. Presence without perception. What if you've never felt safe enough to be here? When I come forward, I'm going to the phone lines.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text EQUAL to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text EQUAL to 321-321. That's EQUAL to 321-321.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Cet amour est si fort, je ne te laisserai pas partir.
You talk a lot, being present, and you talk about conditioning and how we are conditioned. And I think about my own negative thinking and how some of that is conditioning. And then you know people who, they just seem to have this old soul, this spirit. And so I wonder about nature versus nurture and what your thoughts are. Is there like a short gene for anxiety that causes all... I guess for me, being in the present, when you have that fight or flight, like how do you tame that?
How do you?
How do you tame that? The fight or flight when your heart is racing, and is it just doing it and being in the present?
When you are anxious, we mean, or nervous?
Anxious, and then it causes all that negative thinking.
Negative thinking. How to go beyond that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there are various ways, which I sometimes call portals into the state of presence. I just, for the previous questioner, it's really similar questions. How do I get out of my mind? For the previous questioner, I talked about feeling the inner energy field of the body, but for you, I will talk about a different portal. And that is a very universal portal. All portals are closely related to each other. So this portal is called the present moment. And present moment awareness or attention to the present moment more than anything else. It's a redirecting of your attention. As soon as you discover within yourself, you realize that you are entering a non-harmonious state of consciousness through irritation, upset, nervousness, worry, anxiety, anger subsisting for a long period of time, in any kind of dysfunctional, non-harmonious state of consciousness, or to describe it in other words, unhappiness in whatever form, because unhappiness can take many forms. The moment you realize that, and for you to realize that already requires a small amount of awareness, because the people who are really deeply unhappy, almost as their normal state, and there are many in this world, they don't even know it, because they don't know anything else. So there are millions of people running around this planet in a state of unhappiness, in whatever form this unhappiness takes, and if you ask them, are you unhappy? They say, no, I'm not unhappy.
If you have orphaned parts of yourself, like many of us do, you're not even present with self. That's why I say presence, vulnerability, right? Individuation, it's all the same thing. You're not even self-present. That's why he's so busy doing. Look at it. Some people have never lived in the now. Only in the future, anticipation, and in the past, regret. They use the beauty of the now as a bridge for, I'm going to do better next time. Ooh. Learn. We must learn how attachment trauma makes the present neurobiologically inaccessible. Krishnamurti says it an entirely different now. He says it, Krishnamurti says it in an entirely different way. He says, peace is of the heart, not of the mind. To know peace, you have to find out what beauty is. If you have orphaned some of your own wounds and sequestered them into the shadow hurt locker of your spirit, you don't even see yourself as beautiful. That's why your external beauty is a type of currency that pays you through manipulation. I know you don't want to hear it put that way. I know you don't. I know you don't want to hear it put that way. But I'm going to give you the truth tonight. Do you understand? When the now feels foreign, unlearning the addiction to psychological time, presence feels unnatural to those who've lived in survival timelines. That's black folk, even now. Think Joy DeGruy. Post-traumatic slave syndrome still affects African Americans today. Right? Presence feels unnatural. That's why it's such an emphasis on you got to show up, you got to make peace so I can be peaceful. No. Peace is, you can carry peace wherever you go if you cultivate it within. Become the eye of the storm. Stop being the temporary storm. There has never been an everlasting storm on this planet. Maybe the great spot on Jupiter, 300-some years and going. But we're not there, we're here. Every storm subsides, but you were never taught to become the eye of the storm, which is never perturbed. All of this unbothered stuff on the internet are lies. Only the bothered post that they're unbothered. Otherwise, the post wouldn't even matter. Well, I got to post that I'm unbothered. I'm unbothered. Being unbothered is not a performative thing. You have to learn how to deconstruct how identity is welded to the future. Seeking and past avoiding. See what I'm saying? Deconstruct how your identity, i.e. ego, is welded to future seeking and past avoidance. If your thoughts aren't yours, can you ever be present? Many thoughts are inherited, familial, cultural, and karmic. True presence begins where ancestral scripts and social programming end. I'm sitting at the cigar lounge telling people, based on your generation and the nomenclature and the language y'all use and the slang, I know where you are psychologically. You could tell me about where you were from, who raised you. I read it all. Do you see? A lot of times you are carrying this prepackaged cool, this prepackaged presence, this prepackaged I'm unbothered, but it's not true. Right? Let me say it again. Many thoughts are inherited, familial, cultural, and karmic. True presence begin where ancestral scripts and social programming end. I said it earlier. Being present is being psychologically vulnerable, naked, nude. For many people, being psychologically nude is worse than being outright nude in the public. When we come forward, I promise you, we're going to the phone lines. Let's get it!
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. A body believed to be a young black child, 2-year-old Montrell Williams, was found in the East River in New York near the White